All verse rising, soul family, all verse rising. Now, God, stars, and goddesses, me and Sadezi was speaking about this. Politicians, slave owners want control over low-class humans because politician slave owner systems want to feel almighty, being financially rich, always eating good and never struggling, while having the low-class human citizens eat struggle hood meals till payday to finally eat good once in a while, which isn't fair and slavery-like. And it's just like how slave owners programmed many humans to think Jesus is almighty and every human is below him, because spiritual beings always want every spiritual being to be almighty with them, because one person being almighty is too much to bring freedom and peace back into the multiverse by themselves. Let me tell you this, I as a spiritual being, I would need other spiritual beings in the multiverse to be almighty with me, because I'm not gonna fight these demon slave owner colonizer oppressors by myself. It's gonna take a whole team of soul beings in the multiverse. It's gonna take the whole multiverse full of soul beings along with myself to be almighty, to take down these large numbers of demon slave owner oppressors. This is something that religions did not teach a lot of the closed-minded individuals that could not think for themselves at all. So that's that. And and Sadezi was speaking a lot of stuff about genocide, because that's what the people around her had failed to realize as they continue to obey genocide colonization ways without realizing. Like, it's wild, yo. It's wild. So let's take a look at this video right here.
The fleas are placed inside the jar and the lid is then sealed. They are left undisturbed for 3 days. Then, when the jar is opened, the fleas will not jump out. In fact, the fleas will never jump higher than the level set by the lid. Their behavior is now set for the rest of their lives. And, when these fleas reproduce, their offspring will automatically follow their example.
Now, as you see, when you saw that video of the fleas being in a jar, being sealed up, and when the lid came off, soul family, those fleas that had offsprings, the offspring fleas followed the example of the adult fleas that did not want to leave that jar. So it's sad, the people who think slave owner oppressions is natural, because the human like individuals that don't team up with real humans with souls, man. Like, it's like trapping fleas in a jar for 3 days, and when taking the lid off the jar, the fleas stay in the jar, and offsprings follow the flea adults to obey the slavery oppression of being trapped in a jar due to being used to being caged in slavery ways, yo. So this shows many fake humans with no souls let slave owner government systems indoctrinate them with poison slave owner religions and job working indoctrinations to only make pennies. And the Generation X people and the baby boomer generation who grew up in the colonizer ran countries think they think slave owners slavery is natural due to indoctrinations put on them in slavery. And the Gen Z people that's like 29 to 18 in 2024 are not falling for the indoctrinations of slave owner demons to obey, to be lower paid, low class citizens, while Kamala Harris and all these slave owner lineage people in all countries get paid big money and never financially struggling. Like, we gotta talk about this, yo. Like, this Noah Lyles guy in the picture, all Olympian famous Freemason athletes and all these slave owner lineage demons are evil. Like, look at this. Like, look at the smiles, yo. You can see this. Like, Noah Lyles, he might look melanated, but look, this is like a reptilian disguised as a melanated human, along with this, reptilian that's disguised as a European human. Like, come on, yo. These Olympic athletes, especially on Team USA, always smile with teeth showing gums, telling that they're demons, because demons, they smile with a lot of their teeth showing with gums. And demons who did a lot of evil behind the scenes to be well known and have a lot of money, never struggling financially, they're demons of the slave owner lineage of the reptilians. The Laos track guy in the picture showing gums just like the Olympic woman in picture. The smile is wide like a demon, yo. That is insane. Very insane. So let's get to this. Right here, man. I let Super Saiyan God Vegeta Trivision Grind know about this topic about the fleas. You see, like, it's sad to people who think the slave owner oppressions is natural, because the human like individuals that don't team up with real humans with souls, they perish just for obeying a slave owner's oppression system. It's like trapping fleas in a jar for 3 days, and when taking the lid off the jar, the fleas stay in the jar and the offsprings follow the flea adults to obey the slavery oppression of being trapped in a jar due to being used to being caged in slavery ways, man. You see, and Super Saiyan God said the younger people are totally not with all the BS with the wars, is real poisons of awful food, awful role models in the slave owner lineage systems, a lot of obesity that's been pushed out to the masses, yo. Like, us conscious people, man, let me tell you this, in the end, us conscious spiritual people are in a living hell in this indoctrination slave owner system. But let me tell you this, in the end, these demon slave owners will fall by us soulful, vibrational, conscious, critical thinking people's hands. Like, I've been training my body physically and mentally daily to be over the top, overkill prepared to have these demon oppressors be slayed by my hand, because I'm a demon slayer carrying the pride of the sun god and sun goddess Saiyans mixed with my Izodian blood from planet Izodio. Like, look, man, Trivision, he be training too. Because, like, when the power grid of money crashes, which charges the demon slave owner's power source, we soul beings strike. We soul beings will strike and take them down one by one on all planets, man.